Hello everyone, my name is Geoffrey, a software developer from Kenya, and I'm going to give a short preview of a platform that I've built called FairCircles powered by FairScale. FairCircles brings the century-old tradition of rotating savings and credit associations, also known as ROSCAs, to Solana. Most of us are familiar with the concept underlying ROSCAs, but for those who are not familiar, ROSCAs are informal financial groups where members contribute a fixed amount regularly, and each member takes turns receiving pooled sum, providing a simple, trust-based way to save and access lump sums without formal banking systems. So the first thing that you see when you open our application is the landing page of our application. And when you click on learn more, you see how our application actually works. First, you are required to form a circle. After forming a circle with the specific requirements, if members meet those requirements, they can join your circle and then they contribute each round. After contributing each round, they receive payouts by rank. This rank is provided by the FairScale API in form of FairScore. If you have a reputable FairScore, you can join the circles, and it also helps you build your reputation on chain. So there is different tiers of reputations. There's the platinum tier, there's the gold tier, there's the silver tier, and there's also the bronze tier. So ROSCAs is mostly a North American term, but this is a global phenomenon serving over 1 billion people currently. And they're referred as chit funds in India, tandas in Latin America, susus in West Africa, hui in China, Gamea in the Middle East, Paluagan in the Philippines. And because I'm from Kenya, we also have ROSCAs in Kenya, and they're referred to as chamas or merry-go-rounds. So the first thing that you do, you first select a wallet, and our application will automatically detect the wallets that are currently available in your browser. And for demonstration, I'll go with the Phantom wallet. And as you can see here, the wallet has been connected successfully, and this is the wallet address that I've connected to. And the application also fetches your sol balance and your on-chain FairScore. So as you can see, you can discover new circles that you can join that are currently being formed. And then you can also go to your circles and see if you have any circles that you have joined. And currently this wallet has 0 circles joined, or you can create your own circle. And this is what I'm gonna do for the demonstration. So you have to give your circle a name, and I'll give it a name like Silver Hands. After giving it a name, there's the contribution per round. By default is set to 1 sol, but you can set it to 0.001 sol as the minimum. And then there's the round duration. Each round can take a day, 3 days, a week. I'll leave it at the default, which is 1 week. This is basically the period that everyone who is a member of your circle is required to come up with the amount for each round. So you can set the minimum fair score that is required. You can either set it to bronze, you can set it to gold, platinum, silver. But for demos, I'll just set no minimum because anyone can join this circle, because the testing wallets that I'm using, they're relatively new, and most of them they don't reach other higher tiers of fair scores. So, and then I'll click on create fair circle, and this is an on-chain transaction that is required to be signed, and our wallet model will pop up, and I'll confirm this transaction, and there will be a notification that the circle has been created successfully. As you can see over there, is that notification. And now when you go to your circles, you should have the created circle here. This is the created circle called Silver Hands. So as the owner of the circle, you can invite other people, can see that you have formed a circle within our website in their discover page. And I'll have 2 members in 2 different browsers so that I can show you the end-to-end demonstration. So I'll go to our second member over here. Our second member has a 179 score, and since I set the minimum to there is no required minimum, anyone can join the circle. And when our second member refreshes their page, they'll see your circle over here called Silver Hands, and when they click on your circle, they can join the circle. As for now, only the creator exists in this circle, which is 1 out of 10. So when they click on join circle, they'll have to sign this transaction, and it's confirmed. As you can see, there's a notification here, join circle, and now there is 2 out of 10 members, but the required minimum is 3 members for the circle to be complete. So it's from 3 to 10 members. So I'll go and add 1 new member who has a fair score of 237, and this member has currently they only have 2. They have 2 circles that are theirs, and When I refresh this, they'll also see the silver hands circle with only 2 out of 10 members. And when they click on it, they can also join this circle. Silver hands. So I'll click on the silver hands, and now they can join the circle. They are also required to sign the transaction, and I'll confirm. And this will bring our total. This will bring our total to 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 members. So we have reached the required minimum threshold for the circle to be complete. So now we go to the contribution round. So this is the creator. This is the creator who created it, and this is the current wallet that I am on. So there is I'll go to the creator, and the creator should now start the circle. And the contributions should start as intended. Sorry. So the start circle, and I'll confirm, and you can see the notification, the circle has started. I'm also required to just refresh this page real quick, and you can see we have like an active circle over here called silver hands, and now the contributions can begin. So this one, like the required amount is like I'll contribute 1 sol. So I'll just contribute 1 sol into the pool. The pool is basically just a Solana escrow program. And after we contributed, this is round 1 out of 3. We require 3 rounds because we have 3 members, so that each member can have like the required threshold for each pool. And as you can see here, it will be marked as contributed. And then we'll go to the next member over here. And also the next member, after joining the silver hands, they can just click here, and on refresh, since we started it, they can also contribute 1 sol for the first round. They'll also sign this transaction. I'll sign this transaction. This is member number 2. And then member number 2, don't forget they have like a 179 score. And then we'll go to member number 3, who will also contribute the same amount. I just need a hard refresh on this. And then like when you click there, they also contribute 1 sol. And that marks the completion of the first round, since all members they have already like contributed. So that marks like 3 out of 3 contributed, and this is the first round. So the first one who should receive for the first round is our creator, because the creator had the highest fair score. So I'll go to the creator and claim this amount. I'll just go there, and when I click, as you can see, they can now claim 3 sol. And when they claim 3 sol, they had 5 sol in their wallet. We can confirm their wallet balance, and we'll see it will raise to somewhere between 7 and 8 sol. So I'll just open their wallet over here, and you can see you can see the balance has increased. Their wallet balance has increased to 7.8 sol. And that's the finishing of the first round. But for the circle to be completed, they have to go for 3 rounds, because only one member has received the funds. So I'll do the same process for the other members, and I'll just go to our silver hand here, and after claiming, I'll be required to now contribute. I'll be required to contribute 1 sol for the second round, and you can see here it's round 2 out of 3. And then I'll confirm this transaction for our member 1, and the contribution has been made. I'll go to our member 2 over here, and I'll do the same for our member 2, so that they can start like this. They can start the second contribution. I'm having like rate limits here because of the FairScale API. But when you just refresh, we get back, and like I contribute 1 sol for the second round, and I sign this transaction on chain. And that's the completion of the second round. As you can see, this is round 2 out of 3. And based on the fair score, like the system will automatically determine who is the second person who is supposed to get the pooled funds. And when I refresh this, I also contribute for this. And this, as you can see, our third member has the second highest fair score. And since they have the second highest fair score, which was 257, we can automatically conclude, yeah, which is 237, we can automatically conclude, and the system will also show you they are the next person who should receive they should receive the pooled amounts. And after them signing the transaction, that completes our 3 of 3 rounds. After we get the notification that it has gone through successfully, the contribution has been contributed, and since it's 3 out of 3, they can also claim. Now this is the second round. Our third member has already received their pooled funds, and now the final round, which is on 3 out of 3, so that our second with the person with the lowest fair score can also get for us to complete our circle round. We'll just click on contribute once all, and we'll confirm, and that's the completion. This is 1 out of 3 people have already contributed, and we'll go to our creator, and our creator will also be required to contribute for our third member. And when I click here, they'll contribute, and you'll see 2 out of 3 contributed. I'll have to sign this transaction first, and you can see 2 out of 3 contributed. And since this was the lowest fair score in our circle, they'll receive the third contribution. And for them also, they'll be required to, I'll just have to refresh this because of the FairScale API limits. I'm making so many API calls and it's rate limited. And I'll go to our silver hands over here, and when I contribute one sol, since they are the final person after confirming, they can also claim their 3 sol, and they claim their 3 sol, and the balances change as expected, and I'll confirm that, and that marks the completion of our round. And you can see our silver hands round has been completed successfully. So I'll go back to our creator, and when I refresh the page, you can see silver hands completed. So the silver hand circle has been completed successfully. That is basically the entire flow, the user flow, where from the creator creating the funds, people joining and contributing for each round. Since there is 3 people, that there's a minimum of 3 people. It took a lot of time to demonstrate because it's basically like an entire process. But if it's different people, like with different wallets, it's easier because people can just join, pool funds together as a savings, and then each round a specific person receives the acquired pool. So the backend is currently deployed on Vercel, also the front end. You can find the front end at faircircle.vercel.app as the prototype, and you can play around with my application. And that's basically it for me. Thank you for your time.